InnerSoft Volcon 2000 is the ultimate thermogenic carnitine that will help you torch stubborn body fat for energy and boost ATP immediately. It is stimulant-free, contains 0 artificial sweeteners, and it tastes amazing. I take Volcon 2000 30 minutes before my cardio session. Within 2 minutes, I'm energized, focused, and ready to work.
We'll get started with Greg Logan from Newsday.
Hi, Kevin. I know this was just a basketball game today, but because of where you're located and all the stuff surrounding it and what you went through, was there any particular emotion that people carried with them into this game today beyond the feelings about basketball?
I think guys are obviously aware of what's going on in our country, and we have conversations about this all the time, but once we step on the floor, we understand what our job is. And but the dialogue is never going to stop on how we can better our society. And a lot of guys are, doing their part on this team.
Malika Andrews with ESPN.
Two for you, Kevin. First, piggybacking off of what Greg just said. I mean, what was it like for you guys to land, to find out will they, won't they? Is this going to be rescheduled, not going to be rescheduled? What was that process like?
I think most of the guys took their naps right before the game yesterday and got up and got a text that game may be canceled, and it just happened so fast. But we had some solutions, and we heard that we was going to play at 1 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 3 o'clock. So I'm glad the NBA made this game happen and not postpone it. And we come out here for nothing. So I'm glad we finished it off, and we want to continue to just keep showing our support for what's going on, but also knowing that we got a job to do.
Yeah, absolutely. That makes sense. And then how did you played more minutes than you have played? How did you feel? And how does that leave you feeling about, do you want to play? Are you going to play tomorrow?
I felt good out there. I felt like my wind and legs are getting up under me each and every minute I'm playing. And that's the most, that's really what I wanted out of this time. And we'll see how I feel in the morning. And I'll talk to coach and the training staff and see where we go from there.
Thank you.
Alex Schiffer with The Athletic.
Kevin, kind of similar to what Malik and Greg asked. I don't know if you saw the Magic Spurs game last night. They kind of met at center court, in demonstration for what happened in Minneapolis. Do you guys have any talk in the locker room pregame about doing something like that, or it was more game oriented?
Yeah, it was more game oriented. I think the shirts that we wore, both teams wore, spoke volumes. But we didn't plan on doing anything. I think if we come out there and respect and honor the game the right way, that sends a good message along with what we had on our shirts today. So, guys handled it well, both teams.
Christian Winfield with the New York Daily News.
Hey, Kevin, Steve was talking pregame about, the idea of postponing a game, not playing in the game at all versus having an actual reason to not play in the game in terms of actionable items of things that can get done in terms of these communities where there's obviously police brutality against Black people. I'm just curious if that's something that you guys have talked about in terms of action items. Like, I feel like a lot of times people are asking NBA players to use their platforms and do all types of things, but a lot of times the conversation will stop happening, right? Like, what have you guys had a chance to talk about in terms of actions that could potentially do something to stop this from happening again?
Guys, we're not talking about using this platform to make a stand. But a lot of guys are doing their part in their communities individually, and we all doing stuff in where we played at, where we went to school at, where we grew up at. So obviously, we want to use your voice and use your platform, but I think a lot of guys are quietly doing their thing behind the scenes and trying to, work towards a solution for all of this stuff. So whether we do it on the NBA stage or do it behind the scenes, I think it'll all help.
Lisa Salters with ESPN.
Hey, Kevin, just what was your initial reaction when you found out about what had happened? The shooting itself, I'm talking about.
At this point, it is you just really don't understand what's going on around here. It's different stories every single day about families' lives getting altered because of police brutality, and at this point, I really don't know what to say.
Bruce Beck with NBC New York.
Kevin, how far do we still have to go in your mind as a society to get this right?
mean, who knows? Who knows? I mean, it's an ongoing problem for the last 400 years. You know what I'm saying? So who knows when it'll stop? But the awareness is good. I mean, people in positions of power trying to do their part to find solutions. But I mean, it's a whole world problem. All of us got to come together at some point and figure it out. But I don't know.
Tina Cervasio with Fox 5 New York.
Kevin, shifting towards the game for a second here, you did say, you have to see how you feel in the morning, but training staff aside, medical staff aside, whatever the plan is they have for you medically, when you're matching up against the Sixers with the postseason just a month away, and this is the team you're battling with for the top seed, how much do you want to play in a game like this, particularly against that team?
I want to play just to get back in the swing of things more so than like pinpointing that matchup. You know what I'm saying? I think for us, we want to get everybody healthy and acclimated to what we're doing out there. And I think that's just as important as like circling the calendar for Philly. We're a great team, well coached, and I'm sure a team we won't have to run into here soon. But for us at this point, we want to continue to just fine tune what we do, get better at the things that make us who we are, and we'll see what happens down the line.
Tom Dowd with BrooklynNets.com.
Hey, Kevin, you were missing some guys today, and you watched this team put up a very good record while you were out. What does it say to you about the way this team continues to thrive in situations like this?
We're well coached. We got coaching staff that keeps everybody locked in no matter who's out on the floor. We got hungry guys on our team that want minutes, that want opportunities. And, you add that combination together, some of these games that people may have thought we'll lose, we end up coming out on top. And that's credit to the coaching staff and the players for staying ready.
Thanks, Kevin. We appreciate it.
Yep.
Let's get ready for Hoop Jab.